Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Derby Arena. For those of us that are in the arena joining us, and for those watching on at home, we have the first of our John Good Group WFA Cup semi-finals for 2025. We have Aspire PFC taking on Leeds Chariots PFC, and I'm joined by WFA chairperson Dean Williams. Dean, how are we?
Greg, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Dream Team is back.
The Dream Team is back indeed. We've been entrusted with the coin by referee Steve Crump, who is assisted by Pete Westmoreland and Paul Yates. Should be a cracking fixture here.
Looking forward to this.
Everyone courtside. We'll have to play that graphic off the TV in front of us because we're no longer in penalties for West Brom and Newcastle. Check with the keeper. Check with the keeper for Aspire. And we are underway for the first semi-final. And this is John Good Group WFA Cup, and that is a hefty piece of contact between John Balding and Lewis Harris. I'll run you through the lineups when we have a break in play. Harris and Balding, I think this will be a battle we see
I was going to say
quite often during this game.
That'll feature in our commentary, I think, Greg.
Balding has McClellan in the middle. Flicks over towards John Dixon here, who tries to take it with him. By Dan Rigby. Rigby he's flicked that, thinking out Harris, and it's McClellan. Fakes the 180, comes off. McClellan last now. Oh, referee Steve Crump overruled his linesman. Out off Lewis Harris and out for a spy kick in. Be taken by John Balding. Down the line to McClellan. Blocked by Harris. Another kick in for Aspire. Balding. 1-2 with McClellan. McClellan looking for Dixon. I've been told to move closer to the mic, Dean. I was too far away.
There you go. I can hear you even clearer now.
Dixon. It feels very old school, this microphone. Balding. Straight at Harris.
Come on, Aspire! Come on!
The greatest pass back there from Dixon, but Balding recovers. Read by Harris, who tries the John Balding shimmy on John Balding, and then reverses straight into Balding and gives away the free kick.
JB giving a look.
I think Lewis wasn't happy with the groan of pain that came out of John Balding. McClellan.
Saw Dan McClellan score an absolute beauty of a goal earlier today. Wonderful first time finish, far corner.
Forgive me, I don't know what the final score was in their quarter final against the Villa Rockets Lions.
It was 3-0, I think. I'm not sure if it finished 3-0. It certainly was when I saw that goal.
Leeds came through a game with Nottinghamshire, 3-1. Harris over to Maxwell. Just too far in front of the Leeds number 8. So, Leeds have Jack Britton sat deepest, not wearing the goalkeeper jersey, which is on Lewis Harris. Jack Maxwell on this right-hand side, Dan Rigby on the far left. Maxwell plays that off Balding. McClellan driving through at the Leeds goal. Met by Britton, who does well just to shepherd that out. Kept in well by Rigby, and that'll be a 2-on-1 in favour of Leeds. Aspire, they have Tom Kelly in goal. Can't miss him in the bright orange. Captain and leader John Balding in the middle with John Dixon and Dan McClellan on each wing. an end-to-end first 4 minutes or so, Dean.
Yeah, it's pretty. I expected this really. It was pretty frantic. It might settle down, mightn't it, in time, but this is clearly a semi-final of the John Good Group WFA Cup, so it's all at stake.
Tom Kelly had to improvise there to save that one from going into the back of Aspire's net after it deflected off John Boulding. Rigby just ricocheting it off the wall. Brings another kick in. Hefty there, the contact from John Boulding, a free kick to Leeds, who of course are aiming to get to St George's Park for the first time in their history.
Yeah.
Aspire have been there many a time.
And having a good season, Leeds, aren't they? Look at the domestic form. It's if they can take that into this game, tough as that is, they could be enjoying at the end of June.
Brilliant counter-attack opportunity here for Aspire. John Dixon has a strike, and he gets it past Jack Britton. Thought he'd almost run out of options there. Didn't quite seem to know what he wanted to do, but somehow he's managed to slide that past Britton. Brilliant counter-attack from Aspire, and they take an early lead, Dean.
I think he's timed that brilliantly, hasn't he? So great composure in that position, not to rush that, not to snatch at it at all, just put the weight onto the chair and stroke the ball home. Great goal.
Now we'll see what Leeds can do. If they want to get to St George's Park, they are going to have to do it from behind. They're going to have to do it the hard way.
Have Aspire had more appearances in the final than anybody else? Greg, is that right?
I'm going to take your word for it and assume it is.
I think that is true.
It would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Twelve appearances, 7 wins, 5 runners-up.
Dan McClellan brings it down the court for Aspire. I can't see what's going on, Dean. You have to tell me.
That was me in the way, sorry.
Yeah, you're leading good.
Sorry about that. I got too carried away with the game then, so I can just confirm that Aspire have had more appearances in the cup final than anybody else. So 12 appearances, 7 wins, 5 defeats. My knowledge, incredible, Greg.
Your memory is like a steel trap. Your memory is also called Ryan Sipple, but that's by the by.
Don't give it away.
Given in favour of Leeds Chariots. Bit of time here for Lewis Harris. Dumps it off towards Jack Maxwell. Cut out by McClellan. Oh, that's a brilliant ball across to John Dixon. He fires it too far towards the post for Dan McClellan to get on the end of it, but too far away from the post for it to go in. But that was a brilliant ball from Dan McClellan.
Yeah, we've seen that a number of times before, haven't we?
That's a fantastic ball. Very imaginative. Again, bit along the contact there. Boulding down to Dixon, front bumper straight at Harris. Well, play advantage there, because it was a very obvious 2-on-1. Rigby's got the ball though. Got Harris in the middle. Rigby just decides to fire the ball off of Boulding's chair, who did appeal for a free kick, wasn't given. Comes to John Dixon. judged to be too close with his captain. 2-on-1, free kick in favour of Leeds, who have responded relatively well to going behind.
Yeah.
But they're always a threat on the counter-attack as far as you've already seen. They win another 2-on-1 there. This one in a real dangerous position. Let's see what they can do. You see Dan McClellan just marshalling Lewis Harris out the box. Rigby over to Maxwell, fired across. Harris, saved by Kelly. Rigby again, saved by Kelly. Dixon drives at Rigby across the court. Gets round Rigby and now charges at the lead box, but charges it out of play and out for a goal kick.
They're quite comfortable on their spine, taking the pressure and then using that counter attack. They do it very, very well. It's a very experienced side.
The gaps are there, you certainly have to say, on the counter attack. Scored already from one.
Yeah.
Rigby takes a touch, invites the pressure of Boulding. Harris does well to initially get away from his spine number 8 and does win a kick in. I'm not quite sure what that sort of gesture from Lewis was towards us. I'm not sure what he was trying to portray there.
He's always smiling.
That wasn't really a smile, it was more of a... I don't really know what it was, he just wiggled his tongue around.
Well, I think whatever it is directed at you, not me, I think.
Thanks for that, Dean.
He can't hear us, surely.
No, but everyone else in the arena can. Which is what I keep forgetting when we're here in Derby.
Yeah, we're not just having a chat.
No, we're not. McClellan off Harris. On the goal line here, McClellan has Boulding on the edge of the box. Breaks for Rigby. Into Harris. Not quite enough pace on it to switch it over to Maxwell, so he takes it into contact. Then gets driven back towards his own box. Across it, and again, I can't see. So, anyone's guess at what's going on in that corner. Oh, it's come to Dixon. And Rigby can bring it away. Has Harris in the middle. Harris goes round McClellan. Has he lost control of it? Yep, yep, he has. That's Boulding taking one for the team there, because I think that was...
Some collision that.
Yeah, that was always going to be a free kick. I think Boulding knew that, and
yeah.
You know what, I'll take one for the team. McClellan lets it run through to Harris. Picked off. Harris straight at Boulding. One player you do not want to pass the ball straight to, John Boulding. He's kept that in really well, Lewis Harris. Now drives at the Aspire box. Can he win a set piece? He's still got it. Comes to Rigby. Met by Dixon. What a ball that is to Maxwell, who wasn't quite set.
Fantastic pass from Dan Rigby. That was an amazing pass.
That pass was sensational, wasn't it?
But, and normally Maxwell was positioned more often than not in the right places and need to finish those moves off. It just didn't. Whether that caught him by surprise, it was such a good pass.
The connection between Maxwell and Rigby this season has been electric, and a real reason why Leeds are in that title race. That was Leeds' second viewing at least. Absolutely sensational. Boulding fires one, cut out by Britton. McClellan, Dixon, double ricochet out for a goal kick.
Just while Goal kick's being taken, Greg. So I want to ask you, you're obviously in the title race as well for the Premiership, so you've played both of these, they're familiar foes. What would you say the qualities are for each?
How long have you got? Leeds, especially that sort of that pairing of Harris and Rigby is so deadly. Dan Rigby can spin his chair on a sixpence, if you saw there. The ball comes to Dixon. Off. Britton, you've got to be careful not to give away two here. Britton reverses well. Dixon has Boulding in the middle, marked by Rigby. Tries to win a corner. Goal kick. But yeah, the power they generate, Harris, Rigby. And you've seen Jack Maxwell come on leaps and bounds as a top goal scorer in the Premiership. Aspire? Well, how many words can you describe Aspire? They're European champions. John Boulding, there is nothing he hasn't seen on a Power Chair football court. He is Mr. Power Chair football.
Yeah, he definitely is that.
They are an electric side. That's taken quickly to Maxwell. They weren't set there, were they? No amount of experience was stopping that goal taken quickly by Dan Rigby. Fired across and Maxwell's buried it in the corner. That's what happens. You take too long setting up.
Do you know what I love about that? So not set a few moments earlier, the chance of Dan Rigby, and then gets himself again in that position, finish it off this time round. Love that.
And they have restored parity. We are level once again with 4 minutes or so remaining in this first half. Almost took me by surprise it was taken so quickly. Harris to Rigby. Off of Boulding. Out for a kick in.
I think they've deserved to be level, Greg. I think they've, going goal down, they've responded very, very well.
Harris battling with McClellan. Now Boulding. Still battling Harris and Boulding. And Boulding wins this one. Met by Rigby. And McClellan gives it straight back to Dan Rigby, much to the dismay of John Boulding, who's done all that hard work to win it past Harris. The ball has to be rolling at some point. Boulding gets past Rigby. Harris jumped in too soon. 2 on 1. I didn't see why there was so much dismay from Leeds there. I thought that was a 2. McClellan. Brilliant touch. Finds it to Boulding. Dixon. Cut out by Dixon. Front ball from Boulding. Dixon in the corner. And again, I am blind. So the ball's there. Dixon. Off of Harris. 2 on 1. Jack Britton didn't reverse from the post. Keeper outside the box. That is a 2 on 1. If you want the microphone, you can just say, Dean. You don't have to.
Sorry.
Don't have to snatch it.
Clunky feet.
Clunky feet. John Dixon has John Boulding in the middle. Boulding straight to Britton. Can Maxwell bring it away for Leeds? Harrison, Boulding renew their battle. Harris keeps it in for Maxwell. He takes a touch in the corner. Perhaps he could have played that first time
Yeah.
from bumper back.
Yeah.
He played it into John Balding and he allowed him to bring it away. The people need to hear you, Dean, which is clearly what Ryan's been indicating to you there.
Some people would argue that's not the case. They don't want to hear me.
I will argue with them for you, Dean. Don't worry. 30 seconds left
Thank you.
in this first half. McClellan. Giving away to Harris. Maxwell. Too close to Balding. And Balding does well there to win this kid. We hit the 20-minute mark into any additional time that referee Steve Crump wants to add on. Which is none. So half time, Aspire 1, Leeds 1.
I'd like to say a few words as well, Greg.
Oh, well, take over, Dean, please. Do tell. Pray, do tell
It's-
the captive audience you've got here at Derby.
It's some thank yous, really. So I'm sure many of them are listening, but the John Good Group, for what they enable and what they put on. I said it live on the semi-final draw, but if they are listening now, I wanted to thank them sincerely for everything they do. And actually, when Nick Woodward and I did our challenge, the way that they saw us off, loved it. Absolutely fantastic, and it meant the absolute world in terms of having banners outside and people cheering and sending us on our way. What was a grueling 200 miles. So thank you, John Good Group, for everything you do, but also that send-off was amazing.
You had a lovely moment, I heard. I've already been told off for not being here when you arrived on your glorious, the end of your glorious mission.
I think in moments like that, you realise who your friends are, Greg.
Wow, okay. Wow, this second half has just got awkward, isn't it? Oh dear.
I've forgiven you. It's fine.
But I've not forgiven myself yet, Dean, so I'm glad
Well,
you
that's on you, that.
have. Yeah, it is.
That's on you.
How was it? How was your cycle, your trek?
Long, but really enjoyable. So, I mean, look, for anyone that's donated to the Benevolent Fund, thank you so much. And the community would have heard me talk about this. It isn't about what I'm doing for the Benevolent Fund. It's about other people doing their various different events as well. So we should shout out Matthew Stevens.
I was about to just
Yeah.
give a shout
I
out.
got there first.
You did, yeah.
So there you go. So Matthew Stevens, just about to conclude his walk, I think, tomorrow. So
Yes.
200 miles of walking, coast to coast, which is extraordinary. Thank you, Matthew. I'm sure you will listen to this at some point. That's an extraordinary effort. And again, I'm going to say my thanks to Nick Woodward that has got me through the last 2 days and a bit and had the patience of a saint. So, no, the Benevolent Fund will grow. Lots of people have a chance to give and do charitable events and challenges, and that's the idea that sits behind the fund, for it to, in a few years' time, to grow to a size where we can help with potential hardship across clubs and players. So that's a really important thing.
Yeah, I'm due to meet Matthew for, I think we're having fish and chips when he finishes his...
Is that right?
Finishes his...
That's all he's been talking about.
Am I invited?
If you want to come to Jasper's Bay, finish his talk, his walk.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll follow what happened with you this morning. I'll say I'll be there and get there on time and then not turn up.
Okay, the words "I'll be there" never came out my mouth.
That's even worse.
I just wasn't there.
That's even worse.
This is going well. This is going really well.
Should we cut it off now and then reconvene the second half?
I'm just witnessing the end of the dream team.
We'll have a chat. I'll give you some feedback and then we'll
Oh, okay.
get back on after
I'll get
that.
a talking to. So if you just hear Dean for the second half, you know why.
Couldn't do it without you.
Fun. Welcome back.
Win on.
Welcome back to the second half of the John Good Group WFA Cup semi-final between Aspire and Leeds, and a shot early on from John Dixon goes narrowly past the post. Goal kick to Leeds. Apologies for technical difficulties. Yep. We're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, not in the arena. So you'll have to just go. Yeah. Have to go blind. You have to go deaf for now in the arena and just enjoy the action as it comes.
Right, so that's more feedback for you at the end.
How is this my fault?
Who else am I to blame?
Fantastic. I'm glad no one else could hear that in the arena. Dan Rigby into Lewis Harris. Rigby fires it all the way up the court. Met by Tom Kelly, who will just touch that. He's aiming for the path of John Balding, but comes through to Lewis Harris, who can bring it forward for Leeds. Dummies John Balding.
Yes!
Wins a corner.
We have quite a crowd in here now, Greg.
We do have quite a crowd, yes. Shame none of them can hear us at the minute, but we're working to resolve that.
They can.
Oh, you right, well, I now look stupid, don't I? Fantastic. What perfect timing that is. Counter attack again for Aspire. Dan McClellan can't connect with that. And I will put my headphones on so I can hear you properly.
As long as we get you on a commentary course after this, Greg, you'll be fine. Don't worry.
Clearly, I need to brush up on my commentary because
He was the first recipient on said commentary course.
Well, there you go, Ryan.
I was indeed one of the first people to take part. That's a brilliant ball from Dan Rigby.
Worth noting, it also occurred here, Mr. Baxter, at the Derby Arena.
It take place in the Derby Arena. I'm no stranger to this lovely arena. Now as a commentator and a player, enjoyed playing this morning.
What do you think of this arena?
What I think about it, I think it's glorious. It's lovely. Obviously, the velodrome going around adds a sort of theatre and dynamic that we don't get at NTU, Nottingham Trent University, where we play our league games. We have moved the desk forward now, so we can see what's going on in this left-hand corner. Comes all the way through to a battle between John Dixon and Lewis Harris in the box. All stay in play. Not anymore. Out of play for an Aspire kick in.
You just feel the next 17 minutes cages anything.
Possibly, quite possibly. Obviously, the more you go for the winner, the more you expose yourself to conceding a losing goal. Of course, we do have the prospect of extra time and penalty should it stay level. But a lot of power J football to play before that point. Blocked by Harris, front bumper from Maxwell to his keeper. Rigby, front bumper to Harris. Maxwell, over to Rigby, well cut out by Balding. Aspire ball. There's a lovely shout of come on both teams there, wasn't there? The culprit's giving me a wave with a flag. I'll be the Tinkers in the corner over there, the far side. Yeah, there you go.
Giving you a wave.
Yeah, you can see them over there. Lewis Harris. Ambitious on the edge of your own box. Brilliant ball by Dixon to Boulding.
Oh,
Nearly across to McClellan. Well cut out by Harris. Maxwell brings it forward. Lovely little keepy uppy there with his bumper. Boulding's got round him.
Go on, John.
Dan Rigby. Oh, it's broken for another Dan. McClellan. Clean through on goal. Well recovered by Britton, but it will be a free kick to Aspire on the edge of the box. 2-on-1, I believe. Oh no, I think it was obstruction. Are they going to go for the boom boom here? I think they are. They're sending Tom Kelly back on the goal line.
okay. John Boulding, clear intent there.
So this is going to be
rushing to put the ball back.
behind. Hit off McClellan. 180.
Oh, no, we played this game first.
Claiming that Dan Rigby wasn't 5 metres, which he wasn't, but I think referee Steve Crump saying didn't interfere with the play. Would you like me to read from the programme the words verbatim?
No,
of the rules?
not at all. I think
No, you handed me the programme and said, read the rules from here, insinuating that I don't know the rules.
just the we will have many new people in the arena today, which some of them I've spoken to, and some have asked questions about the rules, and if they pick up a programme at the front desk as they walk into the arena, there is a page dedicated towards some power chair football rules, which I think is a lovely thing for them to engage with, just to understand a bit more about the game. I am not suggesting you don't know the rules, Mr. Baxter.
I think you've saved yourself there, Dean.
There you go.
That explanation has just saved yourself. Yellow card
Let's go with this work.
for the Aspire captain. I think for persistent disagreeing with the referee is what I'm going to put that down to. I can't see the ball because the TV screen is... The computer screen in front is blocking my view now. Rigby has Harris in the middle. Lets it roll out a play for a kick in. Dean, take over because I can't see.
Lewis Harris with the kick in. Down to Dan Rigby. John Boulding intercepts, runs away with the ball. And is confronted, not for the first time, by Lewis Harris. Now you can see.
Yes. I'm amazed to see John Boulding running with the ball in a game of power chair football. Dean. It's not allowed that, running in the power chair football. You can't run. It defeats the point of power chair football, Dean.
I'm not even going to do that any justice at all.
Rigby fakes the 180, met by Boulding. Harris can't keep that in towards Rigby. McClellan down to Dixon. Back in for McClellan. It's a great pass back. Really nicely worked move. There's a lot of supporters, isn't there, around this pitch?
An awful lot, and we were hoping to achieve a record power chair football in England, and we have got that in terms of numbers, which is fantastic. So, that's a big thank you to everybody that's kind of turned up and watched within the arena. I know there'll be many that couldn't make it for whatever reason and will be watching the streams at home as well, but the audience, the whole strap line from John Good Group was Bring the Noise, and they have created, I think, a fantastic atmosphere, Greg.
Couldn't have said it better myself. What I'm loving is all the little blue flags.
And you're getting another wave.
I am, yeah, because I knew that would get Mitch Tinkler in the corner waving flags very, very fervently. It's a bit like semaphore over there, isn't it? To the point where he's taking people out around him. Careful, Mitch, please. Dan McClellan with the ball. Over to John Dixon. In the corner. And it's another goal for Aspire, and it's another goal for John Dixon.
What a game he's having. What a game.
Brilliantly worked goal. They've got it through the wall of Leeds. And I have criticised sometimes in National League play. That effort goes out of play. Leeds have to come from behind all over again. Aspire now 10 minutes away from booking themselves in yet another John Good Group WFA Cup final.
Number 13.
Will it be lucky or unlucky? Will they get there? A lot of football to be played in the last 10 minutes. I mean, that's just unfortunate. The substitute is Sally McNeil is as far against that fence as she could be. It's been ferocious between Boulding and Harris, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of knew that was going to be a battle, didn't you? Often a very key battle as well. John showing all of his experience, I think, so far.
Cut out by Boulding. Can Rigby get on the end of it? He can. Off Kelly's chair and out for a corner. Oh my word, what a ball. How is that not gone in?
Wow.
That was it. That was the moment, and now John Dixon on the counter-attack. He tries to send it forwards, blocked by Harris. Wow.
What a pass.
What
Again.
a ball that is from Dan Rigby.
Yep. I mean,
That was just crying out for a touch at the back post.
well, got the touch. He got the touch, but unfortunately, he got the touch on the post as well. Fantastic pass.
I mean, Jack Maxwell's got to put that out of his mind now.
Yeah.
He'll get another one surely in, what, eight or so minutes of football that remains. Lewis Harris with the goal kick. Down to Rigby. Two on one. Harris and Rigby too close. Can't be within 3 metres of the ball. And the play. You don't need to get the programme. I know.
Let me just check you're about to give the right advice.
It's disgraceful to insinuate I don't know what I'm talking about, Dean. McClellan with the ball in that far corner, battling with Harris. I mean, this is where Aspire wanted, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Kick in. For Aspire in that far corner. We saw them score their second from position just like this. Harris has to force the issue, wins a goal kick.
Just under 6 minutes, Greg.
I'm going to ask you right now, Dean, will we see another goal?
Oh, goodness.
I'm putting you on the spot.
We would definitely see, it's not sitting on the fence, definitely see more chances. I think for either side.
That's such a cop-out.
I know.
Such a cop-out. Not thought of running for office, have you? That's a great politician's answer. Harris.
Give me 5 minutes, I'll answer the question. Just let me think about it and ponder.
Oh, how convenient. We've only got 5 minutes left of the game.
I like to be certain.
Rigby. Down to Maxwell, cut out by Boulding. Harris fires it. Off Boulding's chair and up in the air. Wins the kick in, which is straight at McClellan. Cut out by Boulding. 4.5 minutes left. McClellan cuts it out. Drives at the Leeds box. Keeps the ball in play. McClellan. And this is where Aspire want it. As far away from their goal as possible as the minutes tick by. Under 4 now. Wins a corner. Look to the heavens from Lewis Harris there. That's not a... It is a corner. So I was just confused by the lead setup there. John Dixon, goal scorer of both of Aspire's goals, will take this. He has Boulding in the middle. Boulding front bumpers it straight at Harris's chair. In the contact is fine from an Aspire point of view. Boulding driving it towards the line. Lewis Harris is furious. Touch of the dramatic. Means so much to all these players. Just going to take a touch and keep it in the corner. Under 3 minutes left.
We talked on the podcast, Greg, about in the lead up to this. This was on Friday morning. Yes, it was, just before I started the cycle. We talked about how would the players respond to a crowd of this size. And there's been such brilliant football on show, which I think is a lovely test, isn't it? Because we want people to experience perhaps numbers for the first time and really, can they bring their A game to it? Can they produce their very best in a setting like this, given the pressure and given the eyes, the audience that's on them as well? But we've seen some tremendous football today.
We have indeed. 2 minutes left. 2-on-1. Substitution. 4 Leeds. Off goes Jack Britton. On comes Harrison Taylor for the last 90 seconds or so. They're going to go 4 out, perhaps. Not quite sure what that was from Leeds.
No.
Come on, Leeds, get it up.
Goal kick. Leeds have got to force the issue here.
This is it.
I'm still waiting for, are we going to see another goal, do you?
I think the game management of Aspire probably is coming to the fore now, isn't it?
That's a no. Yes, that's a no. There you go. You heard it here first. That's a no.
I don't want to shatter dreams, but at the moment, where it is right now, goodness me, does that play into their hands?
Of Lewis Harris. The experience is showing for Aspire now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Dan McLean just going to touch this into the corner. Wins a corner.
Yeah, exactly where they want it.
It's now or never for Leeds if they're going to make that final live on TNT Sport at St George's Park. McClellan, front bumper off of Taylor. Wins another corner.
We're over regulation time here, so this exactly what Aspire want. Right in the corner down there. Let's see if they can manage this out. See if Leeds can do anything.
No divas, just experience. The shot from McClellan, but that is that. Aspire have made another, their 13th cup final. They are the first team to book their place in the John Good Group WFA Cup final of 2025. We will see them live on TNT Sports to take on who will be found out. We'll find out very shortly as West Bromwich Albion take on Villa Rockets. Dean, give us your overall thoughts on what we've just seen.
That was a really competitive game of football, wasn't it? I think Leeds, there's no lacking effort, desire there at all. Tried everything. You've got a super experienced core in Aspire. You alluded to this earlier on, Greg, in terms of they are Champions League holders, and they brought every ounce of that to this game, I thought, and managed it. And to be fair, the longer the game went on, I thought the more comfortable they looked as well. So I think they saw that out really, really well. So well done, Aspire. Commiserations to Leeds. You've done a very good account of yourself. That means nothing when you just lost the semi-final sometimes, but I think when they watch that back, they'll also know that they gave them a really good game, but very experienced in Aspire.
Like you said, congratulations to Aspire. We will see them in the cup final. For Leeds, commiserations. Their focus turns to the league and trying to win their first Premiership title. Of course, Aspire aren't out of that race either.
No.
All going to boil up nicely in a couple of weeks. Thank you, Dean. Thank you to everyone who's listened to us in the arena.
Greg, what a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for your company.
Thank you to you, Dean, as well. And to all those that have joined us on YouTube. Stay tuned for the second semi-final between West Brom and Villa Rockets shortly.